Boxing and wrestling, two worlds that seem completely different, yet when they come together, they create powerful and captivating warriors inside the WWE ring. Many of the wrestlers you know and love don't just rely on strength and performance ability. Some of them actually come from solid boxing backgrounds. That foundation sharpened their spirit, speed, and precision with every strike they threw. From former professional fighters to tough amateur brawlers, they brought the heart and rhythm of boxing into the world of sports entertainment. So, who are they? Let's take a look at 10 WWE superstars with real boxing backgrounds. Let's get started. Wrestling sphere, go! Number 10. Hardcore Holly. Before becoming one of WWE's familiar tough guys, Bob Holly, better known as Hardcore Holly, went through an extremely rough and demanding life. Before the wrestling world ever noticed him, he worked various manual jobs to get by, including being a mechanic. But what many people don't know is that during this time, Holly also picked up a side job, boxing in bars to earn extra cash. Those underground fights forged his toughness, endurance, and that gritty, unforgiving fighting style that became his trademark in WWE. The rough barroom boxing scene didn't just improve his physical condition, it made him resilient. He learned how to take real punches, embrace pain, and keep going even when blood was spilled. So when he stepped into a professional ring, he carried the attitude of someone who never backs down. Holly's wrestling career didn't take off right away, but he slowly earned respect through persistence and a no-nonsense work ethic. One of the key turning points early on came in the 1998 Brawl for All tournament, a shoot-fighting competition where wrestlers had to fight for real, with no scripts or choreography. Although he was eliminated in the first round by Bart Gunn, his willingness to enter the tournament showed that Holly wasn't just a performer, he was a real fighter willing to test himself. After that, he fully embraced the hardcore identity, intense, relentless, and always ready for a fight under any circumstance. He may not have been the biggest star in WWE, but he earned respect for his bravery, toughness, and authenticity in everything he did. From a mechanic and barroom brawler to one of WWE's most unbreakable warriors, Hardcore Holly stands as proof of what sheer determination and refusal to quit can create. Number 9. King Corbin. Before he became the King with that smug, commanding presence in WWE, not many people knew that Baron Corbin, real name Thomas Pestock, was once a highly promising amateur boxer. Born in Lenexa, Kansas, Corbin found his passion for combat sports early on. He wasn't just a standout football player who played for the Indianapolis Colts and the Arizona Cardinals in the NFL. He was also an accomplished amateur boxer with impressive achievements. Corbin was a two-time Kansas, Missouri Golden Gloves champion, a respected tournament known for producing some of America's top young boxing talents. Winning that title isn't easy. It demands speed, sharp reflexes, endurance, and the ability to read an opponent with precision. Those years in boxing sharpened Corbin's striking power, calmness under pressure, and relentless drive, all of which later shaped his cold ruthless in-ring style in WWE. Despite his potential, Corbin didn't pursue professional boxing. He realized his true passion lay somewhere that allowed him not only to fight, but to perform professional wrestling. When he joined WWE, he brought with him the demeanor of a seasoned boxer, controlled, calculating, and always in charge of the match's tempo. His jabs, right hooks, and explosive attacks all carry the unmistakable influence of boxing, making him a difficult opponent to handle. With his multi-sport background and fighter's mentality, King Corbin is not just physically strong, he understands psychological warfare. He isn't just a wrestler who used to box. He's proof that boxing fundamentals can help shape a true king inside the WWE ring. Number 8. Roddy Piper, the wild man who came from the boxing ring. Before becoming one of WWE's most unforgettable icons, Roddy Piper had a sporting background that might surprise many: boxing. That's right, the man famous for his Scottish kilt, fiery temper, and world-class trash talk was once a skilled boxer. Piper claimed he won a Golden Gloves title, one of the most prestigious amateur boxing awards in the United States. While there has been some debate about that claim, there's no denying that his boxing ability helped shape his unique and unpredictable fighting style. At WrestleMania 2 in 1986, fans around the world watched Piper step into an actual boxing match against Mr. T, the Hollywood star and his heated rival. The match was tense, chaotic, and filled with real punches rather than staged exchanges. Piper ultimately lost, but the performance proved he wasn't just a loudmouth. He was a fighter willing to stand toe-to-toe with anyone, even someone trained in real boxing. His boxing background contributed heavily to his WWE wrestling approach: fast, compact, precise strikes delivered with intensity. He relied on agility and timing more than brute strength. But what made Piper truly legendary was his unbreakable spirit. He refused to back down, no matter who stood across from him. By combining the toughness of a street brawler with the charisma of a showman, Roddy Piper became a defining figure of WWE's golden era. With raw energy, boxing instincts, and unmatched storytelling inside the ring, Piper remains one of the most beloved madmen the wrestling world has ever known. Number 7. Isla Dawn, from the boxing ring to the witch of NXT. Before becoming the mysterious modern-day witch in WWE, Isla Dawn went through intense training in both boxing and kickboxing. Born in Scotland, Isla was no stranger to combat sports. From a young age, she studied boxing to build focus, sharp reflexes, and controlled power. She later pushed herself further with kickboxing, a discipline that demanded even more agility, speed, and tactical awareness. This foundation shaped her fierce, aggressive style, something very different from many other female wrestlers in WWE. A major turning point in her career came when fellow Scottish wrestler Killian Dane recognized her potential. He encouraged her to pursue professional wrestling and personally helped train her during the early stages of her career. Under his guidance, Isla learned how to blend her boxing and kickboxing strikes into her wrestling offense, creating a balanced style that was both elegant and brutal. Currently competing in NXT UK, Isla Dawn aims to win the NXT UK Women's Championship and establish herself among the rising stars of WWE's women's division. But her ambitions reach far beyond that. She plans to follow in the footsteps of successful fellow Scots like Nikki Cross and Drew McIntyre, making her way to WWE's main roster, the brightest and most competitive stage of them all. With her calm yet intimidating presence, fierce striking ability, and solid martial arts background, Isla Dawn is not just a witch by character. She is a true fighter who commands respect every time she steps into the ring. Number 6. Mero. Before the bright WWE spotlight ever hit him, Mero was a highly promising amateur boxer. Many fans remember him as the charismatic Wildman, a former Intercontinental Champion, and a man who had heated rivalries with major names. But his story began in the boxing ring, where he displayed intense determination and a burning desire to succeed. In the 1980s, Mero made his mark in the New York Golden Gloves, one of the most prestigious amateur boxing tournaments in the United States. He won the competition 3 years in a row, going unbeaten in 15 matches, a streak that led many to believe he was destined to become a professional boxing star. His punches were not only powerful but strategic, showing discipline and impressive ring awareness. However, fate intervened. Just days before his professional boxing debut, Mero suffered a severe injury that abruptly ended his boxing career before it even began. What could have been the end of his athletic journey instead became a new beginning. Refusing to give up, Mero shifted his focus to professional wrestling. In WWE, Mero used his boxing foundation to create a unique in-ring identity. His precise punches, strong balance, and quick footwork helped him stand out among larger, more power-based wrestlers. He brought the energy of a real fighter into every match, making his performances emotional and intense. From a rising boxer in New York to a beloved WWE superstar, Mero's story is one of resilience, reinvention, and unwavering determination. Number 5. Elijah Burke. Believe it or not, Elijah Burke was once a true sensation in the amateur boxing world. He built an almost unbelievable record: 103 wins with only 1 loss, and 102 of those wins came by knockout. That kind of number commands respect. In the ring, Burke was a nightmare for his opponents: lightning fast, highly reactive, and capable of ending a fight with a single decisive punch. But instead of chasing a potentially lucrative professional boxing career, Burke chose a very different path: professional wrestling. He was drawn to WWE, not just for the combat, but for the storytelling, characters, emotion, and performance. Determined to make his dream a reality, Burke trained relentlessly to adapt to the very different demands of wrestling. And in 2006, his dream came true when he officially signed with WWE. With sharp movement, precise strikes, and a confident presence, Burke quickly caught the attention of fans. His boxing background gave his matches a sense of realism that set him apart. Yet his time in WWE was short. Burke left the company in 2008, never fully given the chance to show everything he was capable of. He later continued competing in organizations like Ohio Valley Wrestling and TNA, keeping his passion for the sport alive. Elijah Burke is more than just a wrestler. He is proof that it takes courage to change direction, to chase a dream even if it means starting over from zero. Number 4. Ludvig Borga. Before stepping into WWE, Ludvig Borga, real name Tony Halm, was already a notable figure in his home country of Finland. He wasn't just a powerful athlete with an imposing physique, he was a legitimate professional boxer. Over more than 6 years in the ring, Halm earned 13 wins and 6 losses, and even captured the Finnish heavyweight championship. His style was aggressive, heavy, hitting, and fearless, traits that made him a symbol of raw strength in Finland's sports scene at the time. When his boxing career came to a halt, Halm transitioned into professional wrestling under the name Ludvig Borga, and it didn't take long for WWE to notice him. He joined the company in 1993, during a period when WWE was looking for powerful, foreign heel characters to fuel big storylines. With his tall frame, intense glare, and cold, forceful presence, Borga was presented as a brutal Finnish enforcer. However, despite his impressive look and athletic background, Borga's run in WWE was short. He was only with the company from 1993 to 1994 before departing for various reasons. Even so, during that brief time, he left an impression as a hard-hitting, intimidating competitor, someone who truly brought the aura of a real fighter onto the WWE stage. After leaving WWE, Tony Halm continued competing in promotions such as New Japan Pro Wrestling and the Catch Wrestling Association, where he once held the World Heavyweight Championship for 371 days, though he defended it only once. While Ludvig Borga's wrestling career may not have reached legendary heights, he is still remembered as one of the rare WWE performers who brought the spirit of a true boxer to the ring. Number 3. Orlando Jordan. If you remember the moment Orlando Jordan defeated John Cena to win the United States Championship on SmackDown, then you likely remember the shock that came with it. For many fans, that victory marked the peak of Jordan's WWE career, a turning point that established him as a known name. Even though his 173-day title reign was criticized by some as undeserved, it was undeniably a significant milestone. But what most people don't know is that before entering professional wrestling, Orlando Jordan was a talented amateur boxer in Florida. He had strong fundamental technique, quick reaction time, and carried himself with confidence in the ring. Although many encouraged him to go pro, Jordan didn't feel drawn to the path of pure competition. He wanted to perform, to tell a story, to entertain. WWE became the perfect stage for that dream. When Jordan began his wrestling career in 2000, he quickly drew attention with a style that clearly reflected his boxing roots: sharp footwork, precise striking, and a smart use of speed. He later became well known as part of JBL's cabinet, serving as a loyal ally and a recognizable figure in several major storylines. Orlando Jordan may not have reached the status of a top-tier WWE icon, but he carved out his own place through versatility and passion. From a promising boxer to a colorful and memorable WWE performer, his journey shows that sometimes the love of expression can lead further than any athletic accolade alone. Number 2. T.J. Perkins. T.J. Perkins is one of the few wrestlers who carries a deep passion for both boxing and professional wrestling. From a young age, he was captivated by the speed, technique, and fighting spirit found in boxing. Growing up in California, he idolized Manny Pacquiao, a symbol of determination and the will to rise. That admiration drove Perkins to begin boxing training at the age of 18, hoping to become a strong fighter like his hero. However, the more time he spent in boxing, the more he realized that the place where he truly belonged was inside a wrestling ring. The creativity, the sense of freedom, and the ability to tell a story through every move made him fall in love with wrestling even more deeply. Although he stepped away from boxing, Perkins carried its influence with him, reflected in his agility, footwork, and precise striking. What's especially meaningful is that after years of pursuing wrestling, that journey eventually led him closer to Pacquiao himself. Perkins had the chance to meet and even train with Manny on several occasions, something he considers one of the most unforgettable highlights of his life. Perkins' career has spanned many major promotions, including New Japan Pro Wrestling, Ring of Honor, TNA, and of course WWE, where he became the first ever cruiserweight champion in 2016. After leaving WWE, he continued to succeed in Impact Wrestling, winning the X Division Championship twice. From a young boxing enthusiast to an internationally recognized wrestling star, T.J. Perkins is proof of what passion and persistence can achieve, turning love for sport into a journey of self-discovery and global accomplishment. Number 1. Bart Gunn. Bart Gunn is a name longtime WWE fans will never forget, especially after witnessing his shocking performance in the 1998 Brawl for All tournament, a brutal real fight competition where wrestlers faced each other without scripts. But long before that legendary knockout moment, Bart Gunn had already developed the traits of a real fighter through years of boxing training. Born with a powerful build and natural strength, Bart Gunn sharpened his boxing skills at a young age. He was known for his toughness, precise left hand, and relentless spirit, making him a dangerous opponent in any confrontation. Although he never pursued a full professional boxing career, that foundation became his hidden weapon when he transitioned into wrestling. He joined WWE in the early 1990s and was first recognized as one half of the Smoking Guns alongside Billy Gunn. The duo became one of the most cohesive tag teams of their era, earning multiple championship reigns and strong fan support. But it was only after moving into singles competition that Bart had the chance to fully showcase his boxing background. His defining moment came during Brawl for All, where he stunned everyone by defeating several tough competitors, including the feared Dr. Death Steve Williams, with real knockout punches. Bart Gunn won the entire tournament, proving he wasn't just a performer, but a legitimate power puncher. Although his WWE career did not last much longer afterward, Bart Gunn is still remembered as one of the wrestlers with the strongest boxing foundation ever to compete in the company. He represents the rare combination of power, technique, and fearless heart, a true fighter in every sense, where every punch carried the weight of real combat experience. And that wraps up the 10 WWE wrestlers who came from the world of boxing, true warriors inside the ring. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of the next exciting stories from Wrestling Sphere.